And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. I am your host, Dan the Man, and with me is pro wrestler the Warhammer, Lilith Grimm. Hello, Lilith.
Hey, Dan, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for being here. For those watching and future watching, Lilith is a blacksmith, an artist, a Twitch streamer, and a welder, along with being a professional wrestler. So she wears many different hats. For those tuning in, Lilith, why don't you talk about some of the wrestling events you have upcoming up in the month of June?
June's gonna be a really big month. We have the Lucha Libre and Laughs anniversary show in the first week, on top of the Rocky Mountain Pro charge tapings, also in the first week, and the second week of June. Second week, I'll be in New Mexico. I'll be in Las Vegas, New Mexico, for a show that is escaping. The name of the venue is escaping me right now, but I have them posted all over my social medias. Then I'll be in Kentucky for Ohio Valley Wrestling. Then I'll be in Michigan for Divine Pro Wrestling, which I'll be debuting at for Magic the Gathering. And then, just again, so many shows. Mostly Lucha Libre and Last, Rocky Mountain Pro. Just those are my two main shows that I do here in Colorado, but I travel all over for wrestling.
All right, so everyone stay tuned to those and follow, because you post those on your social media, right? On Instagram.
Of course.
Yep. So follow through. So let's go on to, excuse me, the next segment, which is the honor segment. This is where Dan the Man talks about honoring his guest. Lilith, we would like to, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to do our show. Appreciate that you do many things other than in the world of wrestling. Very interesting with being a blacksmith and as well as a welder, as well as an artist. So much respect for the multiple things that you do, and besides the squared circle. And we're just very blessed and honored to have you here. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yep. So we are going to change direction and course here. So we're going to let Lilith decide how we do the rest of the show. We have a nice little pathway here on Dan-A-Plooza. Lilith, you have three choices. You can either do, we could start with questions, and then I could do some impressions later. Choice number 2 is I do impressions first and then some questions. Or the popular mixed bag, I ask you a question and then I do an impression and back and forth. So what would you like to do, Lilith?
I'm fine with any of them. We could do number 3 if you want.
Okay. We'll do the popular choice, the mixed bag. So let us get down to the first question. And the first question I have for you, Lilith, is if you could have any dream tag team partner, who would you choose?
Like historically or just like currently?
It can be currently or historically.
Bray Wyatt.
Yep. What is the reasoning behind choosing Bray?
He's my favorite wrestler by far. Like, still to this day, I adore everything that he did, and I just think creatively he is one of the most like genius minds of wrestling of the last like 20-30 years.
It is true. Are you a fan of the Eater of Worlds? Are you afraid of when he was the Wyatt, or when he was Bray and the Fiend personality?
More of like Cajun Bray. Like, obviously I love every iteration of him, but the Wyatt family Bray is what got me into wrestling. So
very cool. Would you do some kind of combination with the Sister Abigail as a tag team move?
Yeah, something could be done with that. It's kind of a hard move to do a combo of, but yeah, that could be something explored.
All right. So Thank you for answering that question. And that is a good tag team partner. Did you know anybody who you want to face with Bray Wyatt?
I mean, well, I don't know. That's a much harder question because there's so many amazing people that I want to wrestle. I mean, with that tag team in particular, I'd love to get to wrestle Choppa City again. I would wrestle Choppa City anytime, any day, or Lipto and Filter are another team that I wrestle quite often. That like, I love them so much, and they're some of my favorite tag teams to wrestle.
Very cool. So we have wrestlers here on the Wheel of Impressions, and we have different theme songs and or promos. And here we have on the Wheel of Impressions, we have the Hurricane, we have Danhausen, Santino, Booker T, Goldust, Macho Man, The Rock, Jey Uso, Sheamus, Santino, and The Undertaker. Is there anybody you'd like to hear? Or
No, spin the wheel.
All right. All right. It landed on The Undertaker. So I'm going to go ahead and get my watch out, and I will do this promo, okay?
All right.
And basically, he will be promoting like a match for you as The Undertaker.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. Lilith Grimm, you and I will tag team, and anybody that crosses our path will rest in peace. I'm digging holes for you to collect all the souls. The end is near. All right.
Pretty good.
Thank you. All right.
Also, side note, I actually did think of a team that I'd want to wrestle with Bray Wyatt, and that's the New Day.
There you go. Are we talking Big E?
Big E and Kofi.
And Kofi? Such
Honestly,
great.
any combination as long as Big E is involved.
Yes.
Pop him in a clone machine, give me 2 Big E's.
Yeah, true.
Big Beanie Ben, slap and beat.
Yep, slapping me. You could get the Big E when he was the Intercontinental Champion and when he was New Day, because you'd have 2 different theme songs.
Perfect.
All right. Let's go back to another question. What are some of your favorite matches?
That I've had or that I've watched?
That you've had.
That I've had. Marina Shafir on AEW, of course. I really enjoyed that match. It was a very, I'm very like brawler style, very powerhouse style, and she's very technical. So it was very entertaining, like for me to like figure out, like, okay, like how do we combine these 2 styles together to make one match? So Marina Shafir, of course. Miyu Yamashita, I wrestled her at Lucha Libre and Laughs, and that match again, it was very technical, very fast, and like not what I'm used to here, which is what I loved about it. I'm like, yes, please give me something different. Let me grow. Let me try new things. And Miyu was just absolutely a pleasure to work with. So I loved working with her. Recently, one of my most favorite matches was me and my current tag partner, BS Morris. We are the Fights Templar. And we came out to a song called Knights Club with Knight with a K. It's a very fun song. I love it. But we wrestled Choppa City at Lucha Libre and Laugh, which, if you know Bruce Wayans, they're the chop guys. They like to chop. And so he tried to chop me in the ditty. It got stuck and resulted in my greatest move I've ever come up with, which is the Titsaro swing. So that one's definitely one of my favorite matches of all time.
All right. So I'm just thinking because of like we've had many wrestlers on this show and this podcast and everything. And I don't know if you know some of them that have been on this show.
I know a few, yeah.
Okay. We just booked the Suplex Sweetheart, Asana, to be on this show. And I think we've also talked to some of the wrestlers from Glow. We've talked to Slam and Sammy. She lives in the PA area. So just networking with lots of different wrestlers.
Heck yeah.
Is there certain wrestlers that come to mind? Like if I mention certain wrestlers, is there a certain description like you would give? Like if I mention a certain female wrestler, is that something you'd like to try?
Sure.
Okay. So what about the name Luna Vachon?
Oh, I mean, Luna is bae. We love Luna Vachon.
Yeah, I always loved her and just her voice, her vocal quality.
Yeah, she's definitely one that I study.
What do you think about Molly Holly?
Not really my style. I appreciate who she is, but she's not really my style. But like, she's a beast.
Mm-hmm. Victoria.
Gorgeous.
Let's Piper Niven.
Piper Niven's magnificent. I love Piper.
Yeah. Let's think of Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, I have not. No, I have met Thunder. Yeah, she was on a show at Respect Women's Wrestling here in Denver, Colorado. She has a very commanding presence to her. Like she's very, very business, oriented, which I deeply respect.
Very cool. Zarya.
Zarya, that one doesn't ring a bell for me.
Oh, she's in NXT right now.
Oh, okay. I've not been able to watch much NXT lately, just because I've been traveling so much that if it's not like super easily accessible, I've been falling off on it.
She was the powerhouse between her and Sol Ruca.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to go back and watch that then.
Yeah, she has like the red hair and she paints her face and.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she's a badass.
Yep. Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, I mean, she's Valkyrie. She's, Taya's one of those women that she's just like, she doesn't take any shit. Like she's hilarious and she is, like sarcastic and just magnificent.
Very true. Rosemary.
I mean, I don't know if you're aware that I actually used to have a spooky gimmick. I came out with a goat skull mask, blood, and all that stuff. So Rosemary is one of those wrestlers I always wanted to wrestle, and I never got the opportunity to when I was a spooky character still. But she definitely was an influence of mine.
Exactly. Well, never say never. There's the whole stuff they're doing with the Undead Realm and stuff in TNA. So
true.
How about Bull Nakano?
Oh God, I love her. I literally she is one of my top 3 women that I watch for inspiration.
And truly a trailblazer for the women's wrestling.
Absolutely. Way ahead of her time.
Indeed.
Also setting the precedence of her time.
Yes, very true. Chyna?
I mean, it's Chyna. There's not much you need to say about Chyna. Chyna is Chyna. She is a one of a kind and definitely opened the door for women like me, the more buff women, the more jacked women that aren't I don't want to say Barbie doll, but more, more on the harder side of women. And she opened the door for that in a time where that wasn't as accepted. And I love her for that.
Very true. All right. I got 2 more. Rhea Ripley.
I mean, mommy.
Yep.
I love her. I love everything, the evolution of her character over the years. And I really feel who she is now is is who she needs to be. Like she's always been a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but like when she came into this character, like it just like you could see her blossom, you could tell she's having fun, and that's what makes a great wrestler.
Yeah, it was a total change, and like you can feel her true presence now when she comes out from before. And then finally, Lita.
Oh my God! I mean, I was born in the 90s. I love Lita. You know, like I feel like we all used to dress like Lita.
Yep.
Whether we should or not.
Yeah. Or we were doing the Team Extreme pose, you know.
Oh my God, yeah. Even if you're not a fan of wrestling, you knew that.
Exactly. And I even watched, I remember her on the Fear Factor when they were.
Oh my God, not Fear Factor.
Yeah, on the charity event. But all right. Shall we hear another impression?
Let's go.
All right. Landed on Booker T.
Oh God, Booker.
Yeah.
Oh, Booker. Hello, Booker.
All right. Let's do this. All right, you ready?
You might want to turn your mic volume down before you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably good with the Bookman.
Well, then you just have a lot to say.
All right, you ready?
Loudly. Yes, I'm ready.
Tell me ye did not just say that. Can you dig it, sucker? Well, shucky, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Pretty solid Booker T.
Yep. Don't hate the player, hate the game, because I am the five-time WCW heavyweight champion. All right. You hear me now? Good?
Yep.
Okay. So that was Booker T. I hope you enjoyed that.
I did.
All right. Let's go to another question. So, what do you most enjoy about the world of wrestling?
It's a tie between the traveling. I genuinely love to travel. I love getting to go all over the country. I love that I can go to a state that I've never been to, and I probably know at least 3 people in the locker room already. Like I have friends all over the country that I could just be like, oh, I'm in this town. Well, let me hit up that person. Like it's something that I never experienced in my 20s, like my young 20s, and like now, like I love that I have this in my life. So like the traveling, the memories, like sure, we get to wrestle, that's cool, but it's like it's the road trips, you know, it's like the 3 a.m. drives from Arkansas to Memphis, Tennessee with Bob Evans while we're talking about life, you know, like it's stuff like that that I genuinely love about wrestling. And then the other thing is getting to be for fans what my favorite wrestlers were for me. And like I have raging imposter syndrome. I'm always just like, who am I? Like I'm just some girl from Colorado. And then I meet fans who are like, oh my God, like I'm your biggest fan. Like I have all your shirts. Like I've been following your career. And I'm like, how do you know who I am? And like when I get to meet them and it means so much to them, like that is so special to me. Cause like I've gotten to meet people that I, you know, genuinely love, and like I cry, you know, like it's such an emotional moment. It's something that I hold on to for years. And to know that I get to do that for other people means a lot to me. Like it's a lot of pressure, but like it's one of my favorite parts of being a wrestler. It's that I get to inspire people. I get to, you know, like be somebody that people can, you know, be a fan of. Like that's my fan base is incredible and I love them so much. So like it's definitely a tie between the traveling and the fans.
Yeah, it's such a good time.
I mean, I like wrestling too, but
yeah. I think social media helps a lot with that then versus
absolutely.
You know. And I think the thing is like it's a chance to connect with people who have similar interests, and that, you know, they like they resonate with the character, and they have, you know, certain things that they are drawn to that, you know, brings them into the fold. But I think it's just the great storytelling and how they get to watch these magnificent people like yourself tell amazing stories in the squared circle.
Well, it's something I say all the time whenever I'm like trying to describe wrestling to somebody that's never watched wrestling. I'm like, it's the most unique form of entertainment out there, because it's storytelling that you, the fan, get to be involved in. Because like without the fans, like it, you know, like during 2020, I wrestled a lot during 2020 to no ring, you know, no fans. Like we're just filming it, we'll put it out later, and that sucked. Like I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. It was awful having no crowd to feed off of. Like the crowd really genuinely, like the first time I heard a sold out crowd, I was overwhelmed and had to like take a second to take it in, because I was like, I've never heard this. And I was like, oh, now I see why everybody's upset that we can't have crowds, because this is an addictive sound. This is an addictive feeling right now. It's like the crowd is so essential to the match. Like you have to have the fans.
Yeah, you mentioned it so so on point. It was so hard with COVID, and like even just if people did virtual shows or watching stuff, it's not the same, you know.
No,
you
like
can't,
we did our best, but
yeah,
the crowd is so essential.
it is, and I think that's the great part that makes wrestling what it is today. It's the combination of the audience and yourself, and it's a collaborative effort. Alrighty. Do you want to ask me any questions, or do you want another impression? What would you like to do?
Let's do another impression. You're pretty on point. Can I request, because I heard one of the names? Can you do Danhausen?
Yes, I can.
I heard you say Danhausen. I was like, wait, I actually kind of would hear Danhausen.
Yes, I went to WWE World last month, and I did the Danhausen entrance as part of the fan experience, and I had the Titantron, and I had the belt, and they're like, give it back a certain amount of monies, you know, to return.
Mm-hmm.
But and meeting Danhausen is he's just a barrel of laughs, you know. It's just so funny.
Oh, he's a delight. We had him out here for Lucha Libre and Laughs less than a month before he got signed, or at least before he debuted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got to meet him, and he's a delightful human being. I actually, don't tell him, I actually have one of his teeth in my fanny pack. And I keep forgetting that it's in there, and I'll be like, oh my God. Oh yeah, Danhausen.
I pitched to him Danhausen the movie, that we need Danhausen the movie with Pepsi Phil.
Oh my God.
So he's like
Baseball's the movie, but it's Danhausen.
Yeah, but it's just Danhausen the whole time.
It's just, you know what? It's not even like a story. It's literally just Danhausen's like day to day for like a week.
Exactly. That's what I said. It could be very basic. Or that they use all this special effects within the first minute, and then everything else is just...
Yeah, the entire budget is the first minute. Like it's super awesome. And then it's just filmed on a cell phone for the rest of it. But every now and then there's like a really awesome special effects. It's like we got an extra, we got a pay raise. I have a promo video I'll send you later where we were filming like B-roll footage for my entrance. Yeah. And we did the math on all the equipment, the camera, the lights, everything that went into filming this video. $22,000. And then I was like, okay, like I want you to film all this awesome footage, and then I want you to cut to footage of my phone of me trying to dig a hole with the hammer. And it keeps like cutting back and forth between like the professionally done footage to me like on my cell phone just like slamming the hammer into the ground repeatedly. It's one of my favorite promos of all time. But anyway, Danhausen.
All right, so I'll do it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You are cursed. Listen, Danhausen needs a mentor because I need to be liked in the WWE. I have lots of t-shirts. Hey, merch boy, where is the shirt? And we'll go ahead and we'll throw that. I need lots of human monies. Well, obviously these are teeth there. Ah, well, if it isn't the Bella clones. Hello. No, 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 don't touch me, or you are cursed. All right.
That's pretty good. Gotta get the shirt housings.
Yep. It was so funny because I watched him in SmackDown, and he only had a couple of shirts because they didn't have the t-shirt gun. And he's like, merch boy, come here. And he literally takes the shirt off the guy
Oh my God.
to the crowd. And he goes, it's a little sweaty, but just
Yeah, that sounds like Danhausen.
Yep, he threw it. Just standing there with no shirt because Danhausen threw it in the crowd. But that's pretty much how that went. Okay, let's go back to another question. Actually, I want to know about your first match. Do you remember your first match and the finishing move you used for your first match?
Oh, I do unfortunately remember my first match. Thankfully, the internet doesn't, and it's gone, and it cannot be found anywhere. And I made sure of that. Yeah, no, my finishing move was a suplex. I wanted the suplex. No, it was bad. It was really bad. This company brought me out, and my trainer at the time, who was the guy that brought me into the business, was like, "You're not ready for a match," and I'm like, "What do you know?" And so I went and did a show out of state, and it was bad. It was not good. It was just generally just one of the worst matches I've ever done in my life, still to this day. And I did a suplex and I pinned her and she didn't kick out. So I was like, oh. okay, I guess that's it. And it was really bad. And I came back home and my trainer was like, so how'd the match go? And I just looked down at the ground. I was like, you were right. My first match, which I actually count as my first match, was against Heidi Howitzer at Colorado Springs Wrestling. And that match was actually a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. It was way better. My trainer at that time, so a different trainer, because I had switched schools at this point, he was in the crowd, like holding his hand out for me to smack his hand as I walked by, you know? And I was a spooky character, so I had a hood on, and I was so nervous. I was staring at the ground, and so I didn't see him. And so in the video, you can hear him go, "Shake my fucking hand!" And then he just like the whole match, the entire match, is just grumpy in the background. I didn't slap his hand.
Damn it!
He has never let it go. He's never let that go. He's been mad at me ever since.
No, I usually like to ask that question to see where people have started and developed from where they started and where they are to present day, the journey. I know I asked that question to Holodead before, and she had I don't know if you know her. She's the Twisted Sister.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wrestled a few times.
Yep. But all right, as we wrap stuff up here on Dan-A-Plooza, should we end with one more impression as we close things out?
Let's go.
All right. I'll let you pick. You can pick any of them. We won't spin. We'll let it be guest
Give me the list again.
What?
Give me the list again.
Hurricane, Undertaker, Jey Uso, The Rock, Macho Man, Sheamus, Goldust, Santino, Booker T, and Danhausen.
Goldust.
All right.
And then I have a story about Goldust after.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Because you will never forget the name of Goldust. You see, the way that the path has been laid for me, it is with you. For I am with Booker T. And if you get in our way, evolution, you will be vanquished of shattered dreams. All right. So
That was a really good gold dust. So my gold dust story. The first time I was at AEW, I'm sitting there. I'm just a little extra, like we're just sitting there, and Goldust comes over and he shakes all of our hands, and he's like, hi, I'm Dustin. I'm like, yeah, we know, of course, yes, I know who you are. And I was like, hi, I'm Lilith. And he goes, Lilith, like the devil? That's badass. And I have held on to that core memory ever since. And so whenever I tell people my name, it's Lilith like the devil, Grimm like the brothers, because of Goldust. And I got to train with him that night actually, and the whole rest of the night, every time I saw him in the hallway, he would like punch me and then be like, "Good job today, kid," and then walk by, and I'm just like, "What is my life? What is this? Lily's weird."
But
he's also like the tallest person I've ever met in real life.
Yes, he's very tall. But that is a great story, and you will never be the same since you are now you've worked with Goldust. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for here. I am Dan the Man. This has been with Lilith, the Warhammer Grimm. So everyone, round of applause for Lilith. Keep supporting her and check out her shows. Dan-A-Plooza will continue next with voice actor Christine Otten. She is the voice of Lady Death and Hope from the Lady Death movie. So everyone,
I love Lady Death. That's awesome.
And have a good night. All right. And